Hello, dear hearts. Hello. Hi. Good morning. Buenos dias. Good afternoon. Good evening. And good night, Australia. Thank you so much, dear hearts, for being here on Monday with me. I know that is not our usual day to do our service, but it is for a good reason that we are going to do it today. And who cannot follow the service during this time, we can take it through the replay a little later. So thank you so much. I go to share the slides. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. That is in German. So good morning. I go to share already the slides, so the slides can be already there. So that is wonderful. And once more, I pin a message there. Don't forget, dear hearts, to have your karmic petition near you, because we are going to use it during the service. So just remember you again, so that in the middle you don't need to walk and search for your karmic petition. So if you have it, if you don't have it, so you just in the moment visualize something or express something spontaneous from your heart. So let's go. Let's start it, and we can talk a little bit in the end of the service. So here, yes, bonjour, Switzerland. I go here to enter the slides, and I think it's already there. Yes. So, welcome, dear hearts, to the 7 Sacred Weeks Vlog 16. And today we have our Karmic board service. And I thank you for your presence on Monday with me here. So, we are going to start our waking ascended master way, and that is always wonderful. So today we are going just to do a very short I am chart contemplation, and then dive direct into the karmic board service. Just place the hands upon your heart. Feel the mighty presence of God within you. And let us call together. Beloved mighty and presence here, there, and everywhere. We love you, bless, and thank you forever, forever, and beyond. For I am in you, and you are in me. We are one on this journey through eternity. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And now, try to feel your heartbeat. That point where your heartbeat is the entrance of the sacred fire to your physical body. Feel that Almighty Presence within you. Invite this presence to take command, hold dominion, and produce perfection in your outer activity. That means your thoughts, emotions, words, and actions. Invite this presence, your hearts, to govern your thoughts, your feeling. Invite this presence to talk through your mouth. Feel that presence moving your hands. And when you walk, feel that ease, that presence that walks through your legs. Doesn't matter if you say, that is my I am presence. That is my Christ presence. But it is important to know that there is something more there moving me through this world, through this sphere. Accept this power and intelligence within you. Know that you are here to release that power, to come forth, to bless this world. And it's done. Now, from your heart center, let us move our attention to the Christmas star above our homes. Just feel that shining star like a sun presence above your house. Then visualize millions of light rays descending from that star upon the area where you live. Blessing your house, your neighborhood, your city and country. Charging everyone, everything with Ascended Master consciousness, Ascended Master love, Ascended Master kindness, Ascended Master, mercy, forgiveness, wisdom, courage, motivation, and joy. And we need joy in our lives. We need health, because without health, we cannot enjoy life. I think you agree with me. If you have a pain, doesn't matter, in the tip of your finger, it disturbs your whole body. You need health to enjoy life. And then we need joy, because there is a reason that we are here. We cannot just deny this physical level. We are here to master energy in this sphere. And if we refuse to master it, our training is not complete. So let us do our best. So visualizing your family, your house, your seat completely flooded and surrounded by ascended master health, by ascended master joy, and by ascended master light. And now let us connect our star to the star above the Rocky Mountains. And also let us visualize that star shining like 1,000 suns, blessing America, Canada, the Americas, and the world. And let us feel the heart of this activity. Today, we are going to shift our consciousness to the heart of the Teton. And I ask you, those great beings of light there, to support us during this service, to protect our atmospheres, our internet connection, our force field. And also I ask them to use us to pour their blessings to the world. And I know it's done. And let us take now our water and make the call for the Elixir of Life. Beloved I am presence, Lords of Karma, Saint Germain, Lord Lanto, Chara, Lady Lito, Brotherhood of the Royal Teton Retreat, Lords of the Elements, and powers of light. Please charge this mineral water with whatever substances and virtues we need to restore the beauty, youth, health, vitality, and perfection of the ascended masters in our physical bodies. When we drink this water at the end of our service, by the light of God that never fails, I command, I demand, and it's done right now. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And now we are going to dive into our Karmic board service. So again, just feel the heart of the royal Teton. Feel the presence of Lord Lanto, who is in charge of this retreat. Let us send him, and also the brotherhood of the Teton and the Karmic Lords, our deepest love and gratitude. Just feel your heart connection to this retreat. Then feel to guide and angels materializing at your side, taking you by the hands and transporting your finest bodies to the heart of the Royal Teton Retreat. When we arrive there, Chara and Lady Little are already waiting for us at the entrance of the retreat. They greet us in silence, and we feel inner great joy. They signal that we should follow them and lead us into a room decorated with harmonious colors. We see comfortable chairs arranged in the center, forming a semicircle. In front, we see beautiful violet armchairs. On each backrest, we see the symbol of the threefold flame. I think you know, within this retreat, we have a threefold flame that one day you come forth and be visibly manifest to the eyes of mankind. Chara and Little show us our seats, and we sit comfortably. Then they ask us to close our eyes, place our hands on our hearts again, and pour our deepest love into our I Am presence. And we do it. When they ask us to open our eyes, we see several ascended masters sitting comfortably in armchairs, including beloved Portia, who is the representative of the Karmic board. The central seat remains empty. Then our beloved Leto requests everyone to stand and greet the revered Master Lanto. We comply, and in the same moment, his presence appears before us with golden rays emanating from his aura and illuminating the room. In a gentle yet commanding voice, he asks us to sit back down and proceeds to speak. I appreciate everyone's presence, and I am glad for the effort you are making to stay connected with the brotherhood of the royal Teton. To those who persevere in this communion with us, great assistance will be directed until you are lifted from all obstacles that keep you trapped in lower conditions and reveal the beauty and perfection of your I Am presence. These obstacles, my beloved children, are the thought forms, memories, and patterns you have created through your actions and embodiments across many lives. Karma is the universal law of causality. All natural laws are based on this foundational law, which manages the interconnectedness of all existence. When the universe rests in the great, great silence, this law remains dormant. It begins to operate when God releases his ray into the waters of the Great Mother. The Great Mother is the electronic substance, calling the universe back into manifestation. Angels, elementals, men, and all celestial beings are subject to this law. And even God, the universal I Am presence, obeys the law that governs all manifestation. At this moment, he sits in the central armchair and hands over the floor to beloved Saint Germain. Our beloved master stands up and says, the karmic law always acts to promote the growth of all beings. We cannot change it, my dear children, but know that we are responsible for the undesirable effects we experience now because they are the result of our past actions. We can, through the divine intelligence of our I Am presence, change our attitude toward life and thus create new causes that can lessen these effects until they are completely nullified and replaced by favorable conditions. At this moment, beloved Portia stands up and positions herself next to Saint Germain. In a lovely voice, she tells us, during this karmic board season and the royal Tetons events, we are willing to assist you, but only if you are willing to make the effort to rise above ignorance. Remember that karma is not something unavoidable, but something that can be conquered, transformed, and realigned through obedience to nature. Therefore, understanding the natural law is essential for you to be free and victorious. My beloved children, I am here representing the Lords of Karma, and we wish to offer help for redeeming humanity's negative karmic accumulations. But for this, we need non-ascended vehicles that can spontaneously and joyfully pour the violet flame over the collective consciousness, asking for discordant patterns to be transmuted. This is not an easy task, as it requires the desire to serve humanity unconditionally. These hearts of love need to know that most of the time they will not be recognized for their work. Sometimes yes, sometimes not. But this is the word and the work of those who enter this path. The lords of karma and the ascended masters walk this path, and therefore we know that only a pure, merciful heart, one that recognizes every form of life as part of the I Am presence, and therefore one with itself, can overcome all obstacles and rise victoriously above human limitations. We will send you information over the next few weeks to help you better understand the law of nature and learn how to assist yourselves and humanity. We now invite you, as an act of love for humanity, of which you are part, to visualize the violet flame glowing in through and around the entire planet, all nations and peoples, dissolving the causes and roots of all thought forms that keeps mankind trapped in destructive conditions. At the same moment, that beloved portal tells us that a large screen appears at the back of the room, and on it we see the cosmic mirror and the planet immersed in the violet flame. Therefore, just ask the I Am presence within you and every human being to pass the violet flame in its almighty action to redeem the misqualified electronic substance in the atmosphere of humankind. Visualizing the violet fire blazing in, through, and around every person, every family, every house, every seat, and every nation. Visualize the violet flame blazing in, through, and around the planet, flowing throughout the atmosphere, and dissolving completely all negative patterns that bind us in destructive conditions, destructive thoughts, destructive feelings. Just feel the action of the violet flame. And it's done. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. When we complete this visualization, Master Lanto stands up and says, now please take your karmic petitions. These petitions are more important than you realize, as no blessing can come to this planet without a clear and persistent request from one or more non-ascended life streams. Our beloved Chara has offered to take on the position of keeper of the scrolls, as he wished to stay closer to the student body. He wants to help you accelerate the atomic structure of your physical bodies, because it is just through this acceleration that this dark substance can be released from your cells, and the light, the points of light within the cells can come forth. Chara has received your letters at the beginning of the Karmic board season, and now it's time to burn them so the full energy you have invested is released. We have a magnificent blazer where cosmic petitions from all retreats worldwide are burned. When you burn your karmic petition at home, the sacred fire at the Teton and the sacred fire in your home are consciously united, and the energy of the ladder is drawn into the heart of the sacred fire in the heart of the Teton. Now I pass the floor to beloved Chara. Beloved Chara, greet us with a smile and speaks. It's a great pleasure to assist you. I possess certain powers that can help you purify your cells, align your chakras, and beautify your appearance. I have found the elixir of life through my own efforts, and I am willing to share it with those who are committed to making the necessary effort to keep their feelings and thoughts on the constructive side of life. Of course, to receive this gift, you must be willing to serve others through selfless service. Everyone, regardless of their level on the spiritual path, regardless of their body conditions, can do something to bless others. Everyone can do something to bless others. The ascended masters, though they love all of you, cannot help it if you remain in your comfort zone and forget that giving is how you receive. This is the law that opens the floodgates of heaven unto you. Read your karmic petition now with full concentration and awareness of each word you wrote in it. So, dear heart, let us take our karmic petitions now and let us read it with full concentration. So, dear hearts, I hope you have read it, I finished mine. When we finish it, beloved Chara asks us to make the call for delivery of the karmic petition. Beloved mighty and presence, Holy Christ selves of all mankind, the brotherhood of the royal Teton retreat, and all great beings and powers and legions of light, in the name of the presence of God, which I am, and through the magnetic powers of the sacred fire vested in me, I humbly call, beloved Chara, the keeper of the scrolls, please accept our karmic petition and those of all under the radiation of the ascended masters and cosmic beings of light. Please, if our requests are just, kindly enable us to present them to the lords of karma, whether individually or in groups. We ask this in the name of life and in the name of the ascended Jesus Christ. We are willing to offer on the altar of the karmic board whatever of our personal energies, whatever of our time, and whatever of our very selves is required to create the proper momentum of light to balance the blessings that you receive from the karmic board. Beloved lords of karma, Lord Lanto, Chara, Saint Germain, Jesus, Leto, and the Brotherhood of the Royal Teton, pour your wisdom into our consciousness and help us understand what to do in the next 6 months so that we may be worthy of your attention, assistance, and blessings. In the name, power, and authority of the Almighty God within us, we rest in the complete fulfillment of our call. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. Soon after, Tara approaches an elegant table in the center and offers a prayer in honor of the sacred fire. At the same moment, angelic music fills the hall, and an ancient brazier appears on the table, revealing a shimmering golden flame. The flame is about half a meter, but it is so bright that our eyes almost can't bear it. He looks at us and asks us to contemplate the sacred fire of love from the heart of the cosmic Christ and place our karmic petitions there, along with our commitment to make the necessary efforts to be worthy of the karmic board's assistance. In silence, one by one, we stand up and approach the flame. It's powerful, and we feel our bodies tingling as energetic currents flow from our feet to our brain, from our feet to our brain. So just feel the presence of the sacred fire of love from the heart of the cosmic Christ. Gaze into this flame. Feel the presence of your own Christ presence expanding. And as beloved us approach this sacred fire and gently place our letters there. And as we do it, we notice that the fire isn't hot at all. It actually doesn't burn. but it realizes the ladder. First, the ladder glows within this fire. It's more like a sparkling star within that fire. Then the substance of the ladder is raised into the heart of the sacred fire. After all of us have done this ritual, Jara thanks us and he turns to his seat. Then our beloved Lanto stands up and invites our beloved Mahachohan to say a few words to us. He stands up elegantly, and his majestic presence envelops us in his flame of love and comfort, which is a soft pink. Soon after, he greets us and says, "Let us remember that all life is voluntarily drawn forth from the body of God, that means the universal I Am presence, by self-conscious intelligences who desire to manifest as individual expressions of deity in any sphere into which they fit themselves to dwell and serving. In its primal state, this life is pure, perfect, beautiful, and all-powerful, because it contains within itself the nature of its donor. That means the universal I Am presence. From the time of individualization, each self-conscious intelligence is personally responsible for his or her use of that life through the use of free will and his own creative faculties of thought, feeling, spoken word, and action, molding it into constructive or destructive manifestations. When such a self-conscious intelligence uses his free will in a destructive manner and produces discord, he then begins to create the long chain of karmic ties and comes under the law of cause and effect. The law of karma requires that each such intelligence personally redeem all the life he has misqualified. This is the glorious mercy of the law which is taught by my sons, the Ascended Master Saint Germain and the Master Seraph's Bey. These masters show the individual how to redeem past and present errors made by them personally by the removing of the causes and cores of discord from the four lower bodies through the rhythmic use of the violet transmutant flame and other activities of the sacred fire. What it means here, dear hearts, from of rhythmic, that means constancy. We cannot just use the violet flame today and think that everything is done. No, we need it to do every day, if possible, at the same time. If not possible, it's okay, but we shall try to do it every day about the same time to create that rhythmic and then rhythm, and then do it constantly every day. That is what produces effect. If you do it one day and do not do it in 1 month, you cannot expect results from your cause. And you shall do it every day. You put rhythm in what you are doing, but also you need to do it in the right way. You need to be present when you are doing your calls. Because if you can do it every day at the same time, but when you are doing your calls, your thoughts are in another place, you don't produce results too. When you sit to do your calls, it's better to stay 10 minutes doing calls, but present in that activity. That means speaking, thinking, feeling, that action, that activity that you are doing. That means the perfect alignment of your thoughts, feelings, spoken words, and deeds, actions, so that you can produce your results. So sometimes people complain that they do not have answer of their call, because sometimes they do it sometimes every day, but not present in their bodies. And if you are not present in your body, you cannot bring forth the activity of the sacred fire into the physical level. And you are not going to see that in a materialized way, because the energy will be in the astral level, that means the emotional level or in the mental level. And after a while, because it's not brought to the physical, it just dissolves again and returns to the universe. So you need to be concentrated. It's better to do 15 minutes concentrated than 1 hour with the thoughts in the supermarket, in the school, or in a friend affair, that a problem for someone else, or one problem, or your body, it doesn't matter. When you sit to do calls, you need to be present there. So thus, they set themselves free from the results of their own misuse of life. Particularly during this period, do I recommend to you the advisability of consciously asking your sponsor from Luxor, that means Master Serapis Bey, to help you in this happy activity, the redemption of your own destructive karma, and the humanitarian service which you can render of redeeming the destructive karma of the earth and all her evolutions. Thank you, beloved Mahatohan. Next, our beloved Ilan to ask us to make decrees for the purification of humanity, the transmutation of negative conditions, and the redemption of every substance that human beings have poorly qualified. So together, Beloved, I am presence and lords of karma. We humbly ask that the violet consuming flame dissolve every rate of vibration which is discordant in the atmosphere of Earth during this very karmic board season. And we call on behalf of dear humanity on the law of forgiveness for its existence in the universe. Great lords of karma, enlighten the minds of all human beings in every nation, in every city, and in every home during this karmic board season. Purify our consciousness and fill us with the love and perfect patterns of the ascended masters of light. We thank you for the fulfillment of our call. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And beloved, mighty and presence, great ascended host and cosmic beings, I demand every outpouring which goes forth from the royal Triton be all the sacred fire, love, and illumination the nations of the world require. I ask with every fiber of my being for all the sacred fire to go into every war plan on the earth and take it out of the memory and consciousness of life. I demand your sacred fire go into the emotional body of everything that lives and force the purification which puts an end to all discordant action everywhere forever. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And beloved, I am presence and lords of karma. I demand and command that every rate of vibration which is discordant in the atmosphere of earth shall be dissolved by the violet consuming flame, and I call on the law of forgiveness for its existence in the universe. Beloved, I am presence and lords of karma. I call on the law of forgiveness for every human mistake by the violet consuming flame and the invincible hand of that flame in cosmic action forever, swifter than lightning, removing the appearance that seems to be wrong. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And beloved, I am presence in the seven mighty Elohim. Compel the purification that blasts all humanity. Compel the purification that makes mankind do right. Compel the purification that now prevents all wrong. Compel the purification that keeps us well and strong. Compel the purification that blazes victory here. Compel the purification that guards all we hold dear. Compel the purification that frees our loved ones too. Compel the purification. Come, blaze it now clear through. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And beloved presence of God that I am in my heart, and beloved ascended Master Saint Germain, pour the violet flame upon my four lower bodies and dissolve with its cause and course all my karmic accumulation. Return all this misqualified energy to the original purity of God. Touch with your radiant hands my heart and awaken within it the golden man. Pour, and pour your light into my heart until this miniature presence expands and expands, and I express the master presence in the full stature that I am. I send my love and gratitude to the angels of the violet flame and to all my ascended flames who give me the necessary assistance in every moment of my journey back home. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. and through the beloved mighty and presence which I am. I demand the violet consuming flame in its cosmic dissolving, consuming power and purity of the great love of the universe. Come forth now, especially in its spiral activity, its raising, living force that cuts us free from all hypnotic substance in the structure of earth upon which we walk. I demand all the violet consuming flame necessary come forth now and wipe out all discordant conditions in our beings and world and take them out of existence everywhere forever. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And beloved presence of God that I am in my heart, and beloved ascended Master Saint Germain, blaze, blaze, and blaze your dazzling violet flaming through and around me and every human being, and intensify its brilliance and warmth until all the hard feelings and undesirable crystallizations are completely consumed and transmuted into the sublime and perfect feelings of the pure Christ within our hearts. That master presence that we are and already manifest in higher spheres of light. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And I demand the invincible fire cosmic rise of invincible violet flame purity and eternal control sweeps throughout the maintain feeling world of this land and force the purification, force the purification, force the purification that brings cosmic Christ illumination everywhere confusion seems to be. Everywhere limitation seems to be, everywhere human creation seems to be, until the sinister force is annihilated by the fiery Christ control of the ascended masters, violet flame love and power for all eternity, that possesses and rules, directs and controls the brains and bodies, minds and wills, all the feelings of that lives within our borders, all under this radiation and all throughout the world, as the hand of God that holds command and controls everybody and everything under this radiation until all are ascended and free. I demanded this physically manifest. I expect this physically manifest. I am this physically manifest in our ascended Jesus Christ, victory, light, and freedom attained right now. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And at this moment, when we finish our decrease, Master learned to ask us to silence our feelings, our thoughts, and just focus our attention on the presence of the Lords of Karma. They are 7. The great divine director represents the first ray in the karmic board. The goddess of liberty represents the second ray there. Nada represents the third ray. Pallas Athena represents the fourth ray. Elohim Cyclopea represents the fifth ray. Master Kuan Yin represents the sixth ray. And our beloved Portia represents the seventh ray. So thou, beloved Lady Nada, is the Shohan of the sixth ray, In the karmic board, she represents the third ray. So we need to pay attention that because each lord of karma, they occupy the position of one ray within this karmic board. So just send your love and gratitude to these great ones. Normally, they do not talk too much. They do not appear in all the meetings. They are very quiet, especially the great divine director, also the gods of liberty and cyclopeia. But they have boundless love to all of us and humanity. They are great beings of love and light, and they are always willing to give you assistance if you do our part, for sure. We need to do our part. Without doing our part, they cannot help. So just send them your love, your gratitude in this moment. And after our contemplation, an oval of radiant golden and violet light descends to the center of the room, and we see the magnificent presence of our beloved goddess of liberty. She greets us and says, "Beloved children, the quickest way to achieve your victory is to call victory for all human beings. Remember that no one enters the ascended realm if they do not consciously dissolve the feeling of separation. Your I am presence is the same one that pulses in the heart of every human being. Your I am presence is the germ of life that pulses in minerals, vegetables, animals, and all beings that are part of these systems of worlds. By releasing life, you are illuminating this planet and strengthening the dominion of this divine presence, which is the very pulsating life everywhere. As beloved Porter told you, the lords of karma are willing to help you. But for that, we want to see your efforts over the next few months in maintaining harmony and always wishing to shower blessings on everyone who crosses your path. I bring you the greetings and blessings of the other karmic lords. Remember that after this service, you can burn your karmic petition, sending the released energy to the karmic board. You are still welcome in this sacred place for the next 15 days. Seminars and healing sessions are available every day. You need to send your sincere desire to receive these blessings to beloved Chara, Lady Little, Confucius, or Lord Lanto. Remember the famous quote, ask and you will receive it. I now envelop you in the flame of freedom of my heart until you are ascended and free. After these blessings, her presence was once again surrounded by the oval of violet and golden flame, and then she gently faded away. Then our beloved Master Land stands up and asks us to visualize once again the violet flame sweeping the planet and redeeming all life that evolves here. Just visualize the violet flame flowing throughout the surface of this planet, around the atmosphere of every human being, throughout the atmosphere. Visualizing the violet flame surrounding elementals, angels, the animal kingdom, our children, youth. Visualizing the violet flame blessing all human activities, all spiritual groups, religions, and also the scientific world. And just feel that the violet flame dissolves completely by the causes and cores all negative conditions and patterns. Saint Germain and Portia stand up and ask us to visualize all human beings purified by the violet flame and raise it into the perfection of their I am presence. And it's done. When we finish the visualization, beloved Char and Lady Lit will approach us and anoint our foreheads with rose oil made by Chara, of course. Just feel their touch, gentle touch on your forehead. That oil has the power to purify your brain structure, dissolving the dense substances within the brain. After these blessings, they return to their places. Then Lord Lanto thanks everyone present at this service, and with you a ray of divine love flowing from his heart to ours. With a smile on his face, he says goodbye and slowly disappears. All the ascended masters address us and lovingly embrace us. We are so happy, so released. Then the ascended masters return to their seats, and beloved Chara and Lito stand up and again ask us to close our eyes, focus on the I Am presence in our hearts, and thank it for all the blessings received today. So let us give thanks. Place the hands on the heart and say, thank you, beloved and mighty and presence. Thank you so much for all the blessings that we receive daily, and especially for the greatest gift that means to be individualized and incarnated. Help us, beloved and mighty and presence, to perceive clearly what to do, and give us courage, strength to do what is the right thing to do every day. Help us to overcome our fears, our limitations. Help us to be indifferent to human creation, to overcome our challenges and be victorious. We thank you. We love you. We bless you forever. When we finish our contemplation, we open our eyes and realize that the masters have gone. Chara and Lito tells us to follow them, and we quietly obey. They take us to the entrance hall where we meet our angelic friends who touch us, take us by the hands again, and transport us back to our physical bodies. We lovingly thank our friends, angelic friends, and with a smile on their faces, they disappear. In their hearts, it's always the same angelic beings that transport us to our inner activities in the retreats of the Ascended Masters. So they know us very well. We feel happy, radiant, and full of vitality Once again, we thank our I Am Presence and all the Ascended Masters for being able to participate in this current of light at the Royal Teton Retreat. And we are so happy. And we call together, beloved mighty and presence, Lords of Karma, Saint Germain, Lord Lanto, Tara, Lady Lito, Brotherhood of the Royal Teton Retreat, Archangels, Elohim, and all who have assisted us during our service. We are deeply grateful for your unwavering support, protection, and blessings. We love you, thank you, and bless you forever. Now let us take the water and finish the call for the Elixir of Life. Beloved I Am Presence, Lords of Karma, Saint Germain, Lord Lanto, Tara, Lady Lito, Brotherhood of the Royal Teton Retreat, Lords of the Elements and Powers of Light. Please charge this mineral water with the blessings from the Ascended Master's Octave of Light, and put here all the substances we need to restore the beauty, youth, health, vitality, and perfection of the Ascended Masters in our physical bodies. Transmute this water into the Elixir of Life. Transmute this water into the Elixir of Life. Transmute this water into the Elixir of Life. We are so thankful by the light of God that never fails. I command, I demand, and it's done right now. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. So feel the reality of this elixir of life, and let us drink it and feel that it is made manifest within our physical levels together. And feeling the mighty presence within us, let us close in this service, calling the lovely, mighty presence here, there, and everywhere. We love you, bless, and thank you forever, and beyond. For I am in you and you are in me. We are one on this journey through eternity. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And dear hearts, thank you so much for your presence on this Monday with me, doing this wonderful service that was wonderful, in honor of the Karmic board, and also for ourselves. We are the most ones that are blessed by this service. So due to the heat, the hot weather, this month I just go to hold two services on July 11 and on July 25. So both of them is on Friday. It's due to this hot weather, and also because I need a little time to put my things in order. So I needed to clean my computer, my files, to organize it. I needed to organize the pictures on my iPhone. I needed to organize my images on my iPad. And I needed to organize also my my console is at home, so kitchen, clothes. I needed to take a little time to do all these kind of things. And if I needed to do a service per week, I do not have this time. So I go to take this month that is also summer vacation in many countries to organize my things, and for this reason, we are going to just do two service, and they will be like it is one about 1.5, 2 hours. We are going to do alignment until the decrease, and I go to put some knowledge within the service. And then July 25, we are going to do violet flame heal, and also the children. We are going to put everything together, and also a little knowledge, so that we can also understand things, know why things happen to us. So we are going just to have it. Maybe I do a calendar and I send you by email, but it's just two service. And of course, this week we have done. So next week, in the end, we have alignment. And then in the end of the month, we have violet flame healing and children. So just that you know that I go to do also a purification with myself. I would like to do July as a month of organization and purification. I go to do a hard work with myself, I tell you. And so also diet, I needed to do a little diet. Also, I need, you see, as I posted, I started 3 months ago doing Tai Chi, Qigong, and also Kung Fu. I never thought doing it before, but yes, it's I have great joy in doing it, and I feel my energy much better now because I am exercising my body. I walk every day with my dog, but it's not the same thing. Dear hearts, we need to be masters of this physical body. Without this master, we are not complete in our training. The mastery of the physical body belongs to ascension. Otherwise, then we cannot move to this sphere and to inner levels as we wish, because we have not completed the dominion of our atomic structure. So it's so important to do things that we can master our physical body. And I feel it, and I knew it. I I let it for a few years without doing too much for my physical body. Yes, walking every day. Yes, I do my things here, going guard, but not too much. And I knew, you see, I told you in the beginning of the year, after the 7 sacred weeks, that I was so tired. No, you remember, I was feeling tired. I was sometimes woke up in the I wake up in the morning with my body so painful. It's not a big problem, but it was a heavy body, a body that did not obey to my command, and I had problems to master this physical level of myself. And thanks God, since I am doing kung fu, I never more wake up without energy in the morning. Every day in the morning, the body is there for me, and that's what it needs to be. It's a great challenge. I go to talk more about it in another time today, otherwise it'll be too long. But I think the body is there to obey us. and not to cause obstacles in our lives. So we need to do something to put the body in the right position, and that the body acknowledge who is the master in this physical level. The body needed to understand, I needed to obey that Christ's presence within this heart, and not try to make that Christ presence do what I want, or be resistant in doing what needs to do. So that is the point. And I know that it's a challenge for all of us, but we need to master our physical bodies. That is a great challenge, especially for us that have more than 50 years. No, for the younger generation can be something easier, but for us it's something a little difficult. I know, especially for me. You feel that in the beginning in my kung fu, I have pain everywhere. You see, we needed to do a lot of squats. And so in the beginning, oh my God, you can imagine my feet. It was a great pain. But now I don't have more that pain. So, and I know I have other things to overcome in my body, but I am willing, and I am wanting to master this physical level, and I go to do it. And I go also to make this July a month of organization, purification inside and out, in my house, in my body, in everything. We talk more about it next time. So thank you so much. As always, if you'd like to collaborate with my work, to support me, what I do, I accept your donations through my PayPal, via PayPal. The link is always in the description of the video. And I thank you. God bless you 1,000 times more. And before we finish it, dear hearts, just assimilate all the energy that we have worked during this service. So, dear hearts, thank you so much. So, don't forget, now you can do it today or tomorrow to burn your karmic petition. We have done it together in the inner levels. Now, when you do it, now in this level, the energy of your ladder goes instantly to the heart of the sacred fire in the royal Teton retreat. So the lords of karma, normally they do not give information about the petitions that were granted, but normally it happens for July 4th. And in that day, July 4th, we may feel inside our hearts a feeling of happiness, of joy, and that can be an indication that the karmic petition was accepted by them. So it's just by our feelings. So God bless you. I wish that you may be victorious, that you hold your harmony. put a like on this service to help my YouTube channel. And yes, now I hope to see you July 11th for our alignment and tubular decrease. And until then, we see by the posts, messages, and in the inner levels, we always meet. So God bless you. I love you and thank you for your presence in my life. Thank you. Bye.